college level, and how tough is it for a quarterback to develop those skills?
Um, yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, it's taken me a long time to kind of know that you can use your eyes as a weapon, and but for me, like eyes and feet are everything. My eyes are connected to my feet connect to my eyes, and as a quarterback, I mean, I think that's really how you're supposed to play. So all the way from really high school, and then really in college, my assistant quarterback coach has always told me if your feet and eyes are good, then you'll make the play and you'll play really good in the game. So it's kind of instinctive too. Sometimes I don't know. I just do it. I don't really think about it. But yeah, it's definitely been a work in progress and still working on some things too.
What are your thoughts on getting some guys back, offensive line wise?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for us, man. We've been banged up really since training camp, and to see guys get healthy, seeing how hard they've been working in the training room, getting back with Roland and those guys, and seeing how hard they're working, just to come back and compete with their brothers, man. It's been good to get guys back at practice and get back to work with them.
I think you briefly mentioned, finishing the last press conference. Where do you feel like you guys can take another step now that you're getting your full complement of guys?
It's everywhere, really. I mean, I think we overall played a decent game on Sunday, but I mean, it's all about the next week. I mean, this Atlanta team we're about to play is really, really good, and we got to be on our A game because just like every other week, man, you got to upgrade and you got to get better on those little details, and it just starts back at practice. So it's not really one specific thing. It's really overall. I just want to get better as offense and as a team. So.
What have you seen as a leader of this team? D'Amico touched on it a little bit. Just learn how to finish and win this league from weeks 1 and 2 to 3 and 4. Obviously, the result is there, but from a preparation standpoint, what's been different for you guys? Is there something you've hammered home in order to kind of learn how to finish and win?
I wouldn't say like the preparation changed. I just think guys started going a little harder. I think practice got a little tougher. We started extending drives at practice, making the play counts a little longer, and really holding everybody accountable for the details. So I wouldn't say nothing really changed. It's just we really bought into what D'Amico was saying, and I think we had a couple guys in every position group that were working really hard, worked week 1 and week 2. They put it out on the field, and it worked for those guys, and the guys, everybody kind of seen that and ended up falling aboard, and everybody wants to be successful and play good. So the guys who were doing that kept doing it, and those guys who seen it getting done started doing it as well. So I just think the culture is changing where D'Amico and Bobby are calling guys to really work hard at practice because you put it in throughout the week. I mean, it's kind of like you give yourself a better opportunity to make the play in the game. So that's been kind of the thing with that, which is guys working really harder.
So is that, sorry, just a fault, is that something where D'Amico's like, listen, we're not practicing hard enough. If you want to see results, we got to practice harder. Or is that where the players go to him and be like, listen, we need to be pushed. We need you to push us harder?
A little bit of both. I mean, I think every great team is both not only player driven but coach driven as well. So it was a little bit of both. And no one likes losing, so we wanted to snip that in the bud. We wanted to figure out where our issues were, and we boiled it down to just practicing harder. So yeah.
CJ, I'm sure you got a ton of advice from various people since you got drafted. Is there any one bit of advice that you received since then that you think has really helped you as you get into your first season in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I've had a ton of people give me great advice, and kind of the ones that really stick out are. I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but the guys who've been in my shoes before, and I've talked to a lot of guys who've been first-round picks, first-round draft picks from the quarterback position, and even talking to I talk to NBA players, businessmen, people in different type of success-driven, results-driven businesses, and their thing for me was just, man, whatever happens, good, bad, really sad, just go back to work, get back on your routine, and let everything go once that next day hits. And for me, that's really helped me a lot. Just stay even keel, stay right where I'm supposed to be, humble and level-headed. because if you ride the highs and ride the lows, it's not really good for you and your emotions, really physically and mentally. You really got to understand that next week is just going to be as tough or tougher, and you got to get back to work. So that's been the main thing that's been sticking out for me is just getting back on your routine, staying level-headed.
Can you talk about CJ a little bit? How once you guys started winning, I mean, most of you come from successful programs at some point, but to get that feeling at this level, how much that changed, how it adds to the culture here?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. I mean, I definitely think D'Amico and Bobby come from a winning culture, and they winning guys who are used to winning. So I think a lot of the young guys that we've brought in are used to that, and a lot of vets as well that have won rings, been on playoff contending teams, and they know what it looks like. So for us, I mean, the leadership has really been there, and every game you can see it grow. Another guy come up and be a more vocal leader, or another guy become lead by example guy. Like everybody's kind of stepping up, playing their role, and we're all holding each other accountable. So I definitely think winning has to do with that. But for us, I mean, none of us are satisfied. It's just the beginning, and we're really excited to go out there every week and prove ourselves right. And put on the show, man, because that's, I mean, what NFL football is about.
With Titus, since training camp, how did you interact with him whenever you can't get physically on the field, like and practicing and working with that? Were there times that you kind of work with him to the side, and what's that relationship like, and how you guys are kind of back practicing together?
Yeah, me and Titus have been really cool since the day I got drafted. He was one of the first people other than LT to hit me up. We got on the phone and we were just telling each other we were excited to work with each other. And I even remember the day he got paid, man. I was super excited and happy for him. But me and Ty and really like all the O-line, I probably hang out with the O-line and the receivers the most. But me, Ty, spent a lot of time off the field, hanging, going bowling, really just doing extravagant things. So, man, Ty, he's hilarious, man. He's real funny. He always got a joke or two. So, yeah, and he's really competitive at everything. He don't like losing. Like, he in there going crazy and whatchamacallit right now, ping pong. Yeah, yeah. And he's good at bowling. I ain't gonna lie. He's solid.
We talk a lot about you being with QB paired with Big Ryan coach as well, but also this is Bobby Slowick's obviously his first year calling plays. How instrumental has he been to your success? And what's it like for you having a really creative guy being able to go out on the field and execute that?
Yeah, Bobby's been amazing. He's been really, really important in my success. Talking to him about plays and looks and what he thinks is going to happen, it really helps me kind of paint a picture and have an idea before I go out there and try to execute what he calls. And like you said, he's really smart. He understands the game of football, comes from amazing a scheme that we're running now. That he kind of put his own twist on. So it's been really good to work with Bobby. He's a good dude, and he's really funny too. And I don't think anybody knows, but he's kind of funny. Don't tell him I said that. But nah, Bobby's a good dude, man. He's a great coach.
I know you and Steven Nelson have a good relationship. How did that relationship develop, and what have you seen from him on the side that he's like?
Right, yeah. So Steve came in kind of later, right before training camp. And I remember just meeting him, and he just seemed like a upstanding dude. Like he stand on his business. He don't take no crap. He's just a workaholic. And honestly, when I found out he had a farm, I thought that was cool. So I asked him about his farm. He kind of gave me the details, like why he has it and how he runs it, who runs it for him, and whatnot. And I was like, man, this dude's interesting. So then he just started giving me advice about ball. He picked me off a couple times at training camp, which helped me a lot, just learn as a young player. And he always fed me confidence. So, and he's always like upbeat and smiling. He's never down, but he's also holding everybody accountable. And he's definitely one of the hardest workers I've seen in my career, college, high school, to the pros. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. So everything that he's doing on Sundays, he's done it before in practice, and he's working his tail off every day. And he makes everybody around him better. So.
Atlanta so far, get ready for them.
Yeah, Atlanta's a really stout, really good defense. Their D-line is really good. Grady Jarrett is a great player up front. The linebackers flow around, play off their D-line. They set edge as well. It's hard to run the ball against them, and really their DB core is really solid. Jeff Okuda, AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, and 27. They're all really good players. They fly around. They're aggressive. They want to guard you man to man, and they're gonna be in your face all game. So for us, man, we got to be ready to play a really really hard game. They play super extremely hard, and got a lot of respect for those guys. But excited to play against them, and think that we can do some good things. But it's gonna be hard because those guys are good.
CJ, through the pre-draft process and draft, you got to know Bijan a little bit. What's it like seeing what he's doing, kind of mirroring what you're doing, both guys having early success?
Yeah, Bijan's a monster, man. He was supposed to be a Buckeye, so I'm still kind of mad at him about that. But nah, that's my guy, man. A lot of conversations with him. We have the same marketing guy, Brian Birdie, and we see each other a lot during the off season, and always got some good things to say. Real good dude, real funny, man of God, and we talk about that a lot too. So it's a real blessing to see somebody all the way from really I've known Bijan since like probably my junior year in high school. I met him at the Elite 11 to all the way now to us being in the pros. It's cool to see somebody progress in their process from him playing in high school to UT and then all the way now for the Falcons, and he's balling, man. So I'm super excited and happy for that guy.
CJ, you've got a lot of recognition for your yards and interceptions, most compared to other rookies, but yesterday you ever put one out about your 1,200 yards, no interceptions, and you're in company with Rodgers, Breeze, Mahomes, Brady, and Manning, not rookies. Well, how do you feel to see your name mentioned with those guys? And also, you look older today. What'd you do for your birthday?
I appreciate that. Thanks for bringing that up. Thank you, man. But it's cool to be mentioned with those guys, man. They're all legends, guys I looked up to. And for me, it's just letting me know, man, like I have an opportunity to do something special, and I got to just continue to work really, really hard to be where those guys are at and try to be better than them. And I've talked to Brady before and a couple of those guys, and they always have positive and good things to say. But they always tell me, man, the work and being a great teammate is more important than the accolades and the yards and everything like that. Those are what gets you championships and makes you become a better quarterback, and not only a quarterback but a better person is doing it for your teammates. So I take that to heart, and I think the advice I've gotten from those guys I'm trying to use every single day. And it's been a growing process, and for me, I want to continue to work really hard and do everything that they've asked me or gave me advice to do. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool. But I mean, for me, I have a lot of work to do, a lot of growing still to happen. I have to get a lot better in a lot of multiple areas. But that's every game. I think that's gonna be every year. Like I look at Brady, Breeze, Mahomes, like every year they're upgrading from the time they're rookies to the next game, to the next year, to the next whatever it is. Those guys are working their tails off to be better than they were and to upgrade their skills. So for me, I'm trying to do the same every week. But it's cool to be a part of that company a little bit. I'm not there yet, but yeah, and appreciate the birthday shout out. Thanks, man. Just chill with my family, man. I went to the movies to see The Creator with my family. Something that we used to do when I was a kid. So it was a real good movie, but like great movie. But it was good to just chill with my family. My mom, she was talking the whole movie, but love you, Mom. But Lord, man, she talking the whole movie, man. I'm like, Mom, just watch everything that you asking me. I don't know. It's my first time watching just like you. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was a good time. That's all I did. So yeah, for sure. Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, Mom talks a lot. Wait till you get married.